Hi everybody. Today we are going to discuss about the I/O ports of 89C51 microcontroller. So we already seen many thing in the 89C51 microprocessor microcontroller. So that the I/O port we can see one by one. So I/O port mainly it's 8-bit binary information. It converted into the other information. Mainly the ports are external devices, that's input output devices. And basically I/O ports mainly microcontroller we can use, and also similar families like 8051 also we can use. And also the features of multiple output ports input ports are used in 89C51 in other purpose, and each will be individual pins that can be configured with the input output port. The input pin have interfaces between the microcontroller and external devices, allowing the microcontroller to interact with the environment. So mainly the totally 32 I/O pins are available in 8051 microcontroller. We can take the data or given the data. So mainly we can use it for read and write operations. That's the main operations of I/O port of 89C51. And mainly the port 0, port 1, port 2, port 3 we have the 0 values, that is 0 to 7 ports. We have totally 8 ports that consist of 8 bits, that each I/O port consists of 8 pins. So mainly the I/O port in the port 0 to port 3 having 80, 90, A0 and B0. It's nothing but addresses process. We'll move A to B, like that we can go for the addresses. We can carry over the data from one address to another address. Mainly the functions of mainly port 0, port 1, port 2, port 3 having the I/O port and address buses. We have mainly the I/O port, mainly the address bus that addresses special function and like a timer and interrupter we are using here. This is the I/O port of PO1, P1, P2 is nothing but the I/O port of the circuits. It's mainly the D latch and the transistor we have. That's the flip-flop and the shift registers we have. The buffer, and that we have I/O port. Mainly we enable the information that is 0 and 1. We can enable or disable the input output port by using the zeros and ones by using the D flip-flop. Here we have the VCC and the pin values we have. In the gate and the D flip-flop we can use. We can, with giving the external clock, we can move the information. And also the reading port of move APV0, we have the place value of 0 and 1 for the reading and writing purpose, and mainly Q0 also is used for the another purpose. And also likewise the same data we are using here. And also the IO port mainly 89C51, how the data will transfer, that move A to FF, that is address, and move P1 to address is something. But by using this D flip-flop we can read and relax the information by using high and low values. We can read and write port by using that external pin. We can automatically interconnect and get 0 and get 1 with the help of RX1 RXC. Like with the write operation, that is 0 is low, is a low, it's a part of the data, it's equal to A and 0, and you move to 0, that is external devices, and read latch by using the D flip-flop we can able to transfer the information and we can get the read and write pin. Mainly the port acting as a I/O port of user to lower order address bus data, and we can able to external memory interface. Mainly the external memory interfaces we can use this I/O port, especially. And also the interrupt of output mode, when they configure the input pins, that is I/O pin, can use it for the read and write operation for the external devices such as sensors, switches, and other external peripherals. And also like the input pin can put the external devices like LEDs, motors, monitors, and other external peripheral devices we can use for the I/O port models. The configurability. What is the configurability? In the sense, the 89C51 microcontroller allows the programmer for the configure such as the individual pins of the I/O port, and independently providing the flexible and the interfacing which is various external devices such as like a traffic light controlling systems and extra other file devices we can able to use. That's the configurability. And the pin configurability can be configured under the inputs of using the pull-up transformer, mainly pull-up, pull-down resistors, and enable the static logic levels, and Excel device not actively and driving the pins. The main memory map with the I/O ports are using the similar of 8051 microcontroller. The I/O port of 8951 are memory mapped with the meaning that across the IO port is achieved through the specific memory addresses, and also to refer from the IO port with the program interactions with the corresponding memory addresses using the load, that is a move and store the move instructions. Based on that, it will go the IO port and the memory instruction set. The basic concept IO port is the 8971 microcontroller is essential developing the embedded applications of interfacing with external devices mainly used. Main applications are the embedded applications for the external peripheral devices of IO port. Thank you.